Hi class, let's take a look at example 3. So we're looking at another compound inequality. They want us to solve and then also express a solution with the set builder notation. So they're just adding other ways of expressing the solution. Now, what we're going to do first is isolate the variables. So let me just start by adding 1 and 1 to all parts of the inequality. So in this case, we're going to end up with -1 less than or equal to x over 4 less than 10. And then the next step is to get rid of the fraction. Let's multiply by 4, and technically by 4. So we're going to end up with -4 is less than or equal to x and less than 40. For this one, let me write the solution. So our solution -4 less than or equal to x less than 40. Set builder notation. It's going to be the set of x is such that, well, we're only looking at x is greater than -4. So we write it as -4 less than or equal to x, and x is less than 40. Less than 40, and technically x is a real number. That's actually it for the solutions here. Notice that when I said x is greater than or equal to -4, I'm putting x in the middle, even though if you read it from left to right, -4 is less than or equal to x. In any case, all your compound inequalities, we have to make sure that we write them from min to max. In this case, the variables in the middle, all of these will be pointing at the same direction. You're not allowed to change these. Since technically, well, let me fix this one. It's a less than symbol. That's it for problem 3. Let's move on to problem 4. In problem 4, they want us to solve, graph, express a solution with set builder notation and interval notation. Okay, so basically everything that we've done on this one, on all the previous ones. Let me rewrite it because we're going to be multiplying by 3. And it looks a little bit cramped as it is. So technically we have 0 less than or equal to 2x minus 1 divided by 3 less than 4. And our first step is going to be to multiply by 3. And we're going to end up with the values of 0. Whoops. So we're looking at 0 less than or equal to 2x minus 1 less than 12. Then we're going to be adding a 1. So this gives us 1 less than or equal to 2x less than 13. Then we're going to be dividing by 2. And let me just rewrite it here. Well, actually, let me do that next line, and we're gonna end up with a half less than or equal to x less than 13 halves, which is our actual solution. And then let me rewrite it here. So the solution, once again, we have a half less than or equal to x and less than 13 halves. The graph. Okay, so let me just put it on the number line. And most of these they're gonna give you the grid, and then you just basically click on the dots. In this case, I'm just going to put 0 here, not to scale. This is going to be 1/2. And this represents 13 halves. And next, well, we're not including 13 halves. So let me write it with an open circle, but we are including 1/2. So let me put this with a closed circle, and then technically every value in between. In this case, my line is a little bit, oh, it removed everything. So let me try to put it back. Okay, so let me try to put this how I had it before. And let me just make it a little bit thicker. My point is that the red portion is right on top of it. Okay, there we go. I think it's a little bit better. So that's going to be our graph. The next portion is the interval notation, actually set builder notation. So in our set builder notation, we're just going to say that this is the x-axis such that, and we have 1/2 less than or equal to x less than 13/2, and technically x is an element of the real numbers. I'm just writing the symbols that I used on the previous, on the earlier problems. And then the interval notation, so for the interval notation, we're gonna have bracket on the 1/2, and then 13/2 with a parentheses. That's actually it for this problem. It had a lot in terms of what it wanted. I'll put the rest of the problems on a different video. Let me just check once more the actual solution. Okay, we're good.